on your wrist, a plain Jane.
The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy.
Welcome back. I'm Jane, the plainest Jane, and here on this channel, I provide syrup in the form of black news and celebrity updates, and I'm so happy to see you all today. It is my birthday. It is my birthday today, and I'm really amped. I'm really pumped for a new chapter in my life, new beginnings, new desires, new goals, kicking old, goals that aren't conducive, old habits, all those other things. And so today has been a really good day of reflection and introspection for me. I hope that y'all are doing okay. How are y'all doing today? Happy holiday. Happy February 6th to all of you all, okay? Happy February 6th. I do have some things that I want to just chit-chat very loosely about. Nothing too serious. You can support the stream and be kind on my birthday in any way. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. But you can definitely do a little something with the Cash App as well. However it is that you support or celebrate myself, my personal holiday, I am extremely grateful for, okay? Just make sure if you do send something to the Cash App, you're spelling it right. It's $THA, thePLAINESTjane, which is why I decided to put the barcode on the screen. All right. So just make sure you proofread it. Yes, my name is thePLAINESTjane with an E, but if you're ever going to send a blessing or donations to the Cash App, send a pancake to the Cash App, just make sure you proofread. But like I said, a simple thumbs up is truly enough for me. And I'm just ever grateful for y'all's support, y'all's viewership. Y'all have really seen me go through it, on the internet. It's a major milestones, right? I lost my channel with 102,000 subscribers. Had to pick myself back up off that, built myself back up to 30,000 subs quickly within a year. And I'm still kicking, even though I take breaks sometimes for my own mental health and well-being. So I have a really good sticky note today, and I'm going to be reading directly from my journal for that. So y'all know that's a little bit later in the show, but I do have some stuff that I want to talk to y'all about. Okay. I got my birthday girl cup. All right. My Beyonce cup instead of my other cup. But yeah, I'm just feeling kind of birthday, and y'all know Aquarius, we finna celebrate our birthday, if not all month, all week. And that might be just a people thing, but shout out to the Aquarius. Shout out to the official Thais report. Shout out to Pam Esquire. Shout out to Nicki at Night. These are people who are, there's some other people that I'm leaving out too, but there are some Aquariuses on this platform. You can definitely tell by our energy, even though I'm not really big into astrology and zodiacs and all that other good stuff. So talk nice to me on my birthday, okay? And shout out to my channel members. You're dreaming right now. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I'm glad you made it to a live stream as well. So let's get into it. Thank you so much to all the birthday wishes. I wish I could respond to all of you all individually, but that would be too time consuming, and the replay would lose its value, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started. Shout out to Corey. Thank you so much for sending the Cash App. I do appreciate that. All right. We have so much that we need to discuss as I get back on the ball with delivering y'all these trending topics. Okay. So is everyone buckled in? Has everyone hit their thumbs up button? Okay. Pay your fare. When you're on my bus, you cannot ride for free. No free rides over here. This is not a free ride. I'm not giving you a scholarship over here on my channel. All right. You must pay your fare by hitting the thumbs up button. That's the very least you can do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to pull this bus off, and we got to talk about Drake. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. Of course, I was up when my birthday came in. So I didn't get to sleep until like 6, 7 in the morning, which is why I kind of got a late start today. We need to talk about Drake because, baby, I seen when it broke. I seen when it dropped. And I seen the reaction of Black Twitter. Y'all know I sit on the board over at the delegation of Black Twitter. And there was some things, there was some reactions, and we need to talk about it. And I want to know your thoughts because I know some of y'all have seen it. Now y'all know I can't show it, but we're gonna get into it. Buckle in, buckle your seatbelt. We're gonna get some education, special education.
Education, special education, psychiatric medication, juvenile incarceration, emotional frustration, and premature extermination.
Okay, so let's just get ready to go. We've got a lot of topics to talk about. Keke Palmer. We need to talk about Wendy Williams, her husband, and his new scam. He's always scamming though, because he's just always been just like broke, giving very much bummy, mooching off of his ex-wife. Of course, we got to talk about Mike at the Grammys and that whole debacle. Shannon Sharpe took a shot at Nicki Minaj. What's going on here? What's going on here? Other Shannon Sharpe plans for later this week. Ludacris, Justin Timberlake. We got some stuff that we really need to talk about. And I do think I'm going to circle around to Fox Soul this evening. Either someone is going to have to remind me, or I'm just going to have to pencil Fox Soul. And nonetheless, let's go, y'all. Let's just go.
I'm just waiting for the buzz. Oh, yeah.
You keep talking that shit about my fucking kid, and you annoying me and aggravating me. And I'm trying to enjoy my life.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Hottie stop.
You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy.
Okay, so put a 1 down below in the chat if you were up and you know exactly why Drake was trending today. Because I was up 5 o'clock this morning, and baby, I saw it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Put a 1 in the chat if you know why. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't know why. And put a 3 in the chat if you know why, but you just didn't see it because you ain't interested in seeing it. So put a 1 if you know why he was trending and you synced it. A 2 if you have no clue why Drake was trending today. And a 3 if you know why he was trending, you just ain't synced it and or don't have the interest to see it. I want to know. I want to know. Drop some pancakes along with your votes. Okay, I see a 3. I see a lot of 2s. Y'all don't know? Oh, baby. Let me give you the syrup on this. Okay. So allow the birthday girl to fill y'all in on what was happening this morning in the wee hours. And y'all know I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Baltimore stand up. Okay. Aquarius is stand up. So 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Somebody said 3. Sorry, I want to see it. Baby, all you got to do is do a simple search on Twitter. It's going to pop right up. I tweeted earlier this morning, me after seeing why Drake is trending. I said, oh my, y'all know if y'all follow me on Twitter, you're kind of always going to be in the know with what's happening. Okay, that's just how we roll. The finger is always on the pulse here. All right. Oh, Twitter has been reaching me, wishing me a happy birthday all day today. Oh, I saw it 4 o'clock in the morning. I tweeted this at 4:05. Okay. So, it was a video. So, you know, some people are like, oh, his nudes leaked. If you want to like, loosely call it a nude, sure. But it was a video and he was weebles wobbles, but they don't fall down. He was wiggling that hot dog around, right? Now, while it was long, yes, right? So sorry for the men. So sorry. There were a great amount of women who really enjoyed what they saw. And there were other women who were like, where's the girth? It's too skinny. It also wasn't fully to attention either. So I don't want to gross my male viewers out too much. So I'll just leave it there. Ladies, y'all can read between the lines. Okay. Y'all can read between the lines and y'all know what's going on. But yes, it was a video, and it is something that Drake is not denying. He's been active today on social media, and it seems he's actually posted a meme or two kind of joking about all of the women who are drooling over what they saw, all of the women who are signing up to get in his bed now. They want to be his lover girl. And it seems as though he's joking about that. He's happy about the responses. So I saw a couple of people conspiring that it was AI, it was fake, because, you know, it is very easily, it is very easy to create, it's very easy to create, you know, fake AI images of even video, you know, explicit, illicit images, right? It's easy to do that. It's 2024. Let's be real. But Drake isn't out here saying this isn't true. This didn't happen. This is fake news. Why are y'all falling for this? He's leaning into the reaction that women are having. So who knows if he leaked this himself? Drake, did you leak this yourself? You can let us know. I ain't gonna tell nobody unless you want me to. Just let us know. Did you leak this yourself? Because you trying to get some promo for your tour. You know what? One thing about Drake is he is truly in his boy era. Drake is definitely in his boy era. He has been dissing women left and right, and a lot of it seems unprovoked. Did you all see the clip? Put a 4 in the chat if you saw the clip of Drake performing his set at one of his shows a few days ago, and Work came on with him and Rihanna on the track. And he's like, I don't sing this song no more. Y'all can sing the song. I don't sing the song. Just a blatant diss at Rihanna. And at the end of the day, if you truly didn't want to sing the song anymore, remove it from your set, brother. Playboy, remove it from your set. Instead, you went out of your way to diss her to let people know that you kind of thrown her. Are you upset that she's planning another child that you never got with her? Like, Drake is really in his era. So I don't know if he's just trying to get himself a moment to get himself trending to add to the publicity and the rollouts that he has moving forward. Because he does have a new music drop in the tour that he's on right now. So, you know, any and all thoughts, stickies, be sure to keep it sticky and real down below in them comments. I want to know where you land with this and if you think Drake did this intentionally or not. I want to know. I want to know how you feel. Somebody said Drake is weird. He is weird. Ever since I seen, thank you all so much for the birthday love. Thank you, Teresa, and thank you to Siobhan. Thank you so much. Drake is in a really weird era because when I seen him come out with all of those hair clips as if he was getting pin curls, and then him coming out with the ballies and everything like that, I'm like, what's going on? Like, he's always been kind of your textbook light-skinned guy in so many words, but he's been extra corny lately. For example, look, this is the image I'm talking about. When he came out with this, I knew we were at the end of times and his peak was behind him because, baby, what is this? Drake was that nigga when I was in college. Take Care came out, a couple other mixtapes came out, and it was the whole campus was bumping him, both men and women. Everybody was in their feelings. I guess when you're in college, everybody's in that age, and Take Care still bumps. But yeah, Drake be in some weird times. He be in some weird times. So who knows what all that he has going on and the reasoning behind his decisions, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's Drake. Let's move on to our next topic. Let's carry on. Please make sure you share this video if you have not already. There are a lot of hot and trending topics that we're going to be getting into today as we get back on the roll. Okay, as we get back on the roll with pushing out our content. So now we need to talk about Wendy Williams, and this is actually going to take just a little time to unpack. Put a 5 in the chat if you all have seen. I was so saddened by this. If you all have seen the trailer for Wendy Williams documentary, it's sad. It seems like she's willingly putting this out to the best of her ability, right? I do question Wendy's wherewithal, her situational awareness, her self-awareness. I know a lot of people's opinion is this seems exploitative. But I think one thing that people need to remember about Wendy Williams is Wendy Williams has always been remotely proud to exploit herself. Wendy Williams is the type of person to address her problems and spill her own tea before somebody else can spray her with it. And it seems in the long run, she has no problem with that. She might be, she's got several clips where she's emotional, sharing her feelings. But Wendy Williams is probably one of the best people to exploit themselves, especially when she was more mentally stable. So although I feel like it's really sad to see her health and her career suffer in this way, something seems genuine about this production. And if you don't know, it's going to be premiering on Lifetime on the 24th of this month and the 25th of this month. So it's going to be a two-parter documentary that she is the EP of. She's executive producing this. And her son is also helping her with this too. But that trailer really struck a nerve. It struck a nerve for me. It's so sad to see her health and the way that she's deteriorating, right? And so we know that Kevin, whatever you want to call him, she is, might as well call him she, because he very much be giving queen. He's a leech. He's a mooch. Okay, yes, Baltimore salute. Thank you so much. And so let's get into this. I'm very saddened by the documentary, but I do feel like it's going to be more true than anything. Do y'all remember that trash movie remake biopic situation they did with an actress playing Wendy a while ago? And I believe that was Lifetime too, but it was so trash. Oh, it was so rushed. It was horrible. I saw 4 minutes worth of clips on Twitter and I decided, you know what, this is just not for me. It was horrible. Put a 7 in the chat if you remember that. It was horrible. So to hear and see things coming directly from Wendy, I think that it's really going to give us a true understanding of where she is and where she isn't. Part of me thinks that Wendy is doing this because where else is she going to get money from? Her money is still very much tied up into Wells Fargo. It's still locked away. She's still in a financial conservatorship, unfortunately. How else is she going to get money? One thing I heard Wendy say, I see a lot of 7s in the chat. One thing I heard Wendy say in that trailer was, all I know is all I've ever wanted since I was a little girl is to be famous. And that's all I know how to do, which means all she knows how to do is put herself in front of a camera. So are we going to be getting lies? Are we going to be getting the truth? It very much seems like we're going to be getting the truth because it does seem, there's some not so flattering things within the trailer. It seems that it's very much going to be dramatic, but not exaggerated. Just the truth and stuff that we don't know. One thing that I thought was very valuable that I also saw in the trailer that her son shared was my mom does a really good job of making it look like everything is okay, and it's not. So if anything, this might be a lesson to people who are in denial about when it's time for them to step down from their career or from their desires, if it is truly taking away from your health or your mental well-being. You know, when you see people can't step away from their career with grace and focus on their well-being, you do see a drastic decline, a fall, and a stumble. Look at Madonna. She can't step away from the knife. She looks foolish. Her cheeks, she looks like the jigsaw doll. And I mean both sets of cheeks on her face, the fillers, the butt. Madonna can't let go of the spotlight, and she is therefore suffering. And mentally, she's not well. Same with Wendy. And it's unfortunate, but I do feel like it's going to be a true glance into what it's like to have a fall from grace, because you're just not willing to let go of, I guess, something that you've always dreamed of, you know? And it's sad. It's sad. But it could be a lesson for other people to learn, especially if you've ever reigned. Wendy Williams' past is behind her. There are several people we see going through like this. Nicki Minaj? Yes? No? Maybe so? If you can't take a polite fall from grace and realize that your time is over and your peak is behind you, you're going to continue making a fool out of yourself, taking risks that are just not in your best interest. They're not. And you know, when it comes to Nicki, listen, I've already spoke my piece about Nicki Minaj. I have been timid long enough about not wanting to. I don't dislike the woman. I dislike some of her actions. I'm tired. I've had it up to here.
I'm tired. I didn't have it up to here. I had it up to here.
Listen, the people basically, somebody said Little Kim too. That's a good one. That is a good one. Yeah, the Little Kim one is a good one too. Good example. Okay. Let's get into Kelvin Hunter and his current insurance scam. Okay, so I'm going to be reading directly from the Sun. And thank you so much, Sunstar. Happy birthday. Wish you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. I do appreciate all of you all of my channel members, all of my Discord members, all of my Twitter followers, and just all of my subscribers and supporters in general. I really do appreciate and support y'all. Today is such a good day, and I'll still be celebrating my birthday tomorrow by going to the spa. Okay. So let's talk about Mr. Kelvin Hunter, because we all know Kelvin Hunter is broke, right? Kelvin Hunter has been dealing with Sharina Hudson for probably close to a decade, just on average, right? And this affair that was going on while they were still married is something that both Kelvin and Sharina interpreted as Wendy financing, right? So before they were fully divorced, Kelvin was buying Sharina new cars, buying a new home, having a new baby. Who do you think was paying for all of that? It was Wendy. It was Wendy. And it wasn't until Wendy literally made Sharina a hot topic. Look up the clip. She made Sharina a hot topic and said, hey, Sharina, welcome. You're a hot topic. That new car that you have, I'm going to repo it. And Wendy showed the footage of the vehicle being repoed because it was Wendy's money that was financing the mistress's vehicle. That was a moment. That was a moment. And even after the divorce, the nasty split, all of the financial abuse and everything else that hit the mainstream media, Kelvin still thought he was going to win or use Wendy's money to fund his lifestyle with this woman that he has cheated and made an ass out of Wendy with. Now, Wendy might have been losing a bit of her cognizance, but she had enough common sense to cut that off. And now, even though Wendy is caught up in the midst of this financial conservatorship, not only can she not access her money, Kelvin can't either. He can't either. So it's a double-edged sword. It's terrible that Wendy has to, fight or whatever for her own money. But it's also amazing that Kelvin can't get in there either. There was a while ago where Kelvin was petitioning the court saying that he needed to get into Wendy Williams' bank account to pay for his hip replacement surgery. You fucking bum. You're with Sharina. Go get it from her. Are you kidding me? You made a fool out of me. I was your lover and your secretary working every day of the week, man. And you think I'm about to pay for your declining health while you're with the woman that essentially kind of broke us up? Or the woman that lured you? Well, I really feel like you can't steal a man. A man has to be willing to go. Same way if you, vice versa. but this is the woman that you left me for. I'm not paying your medical bills. You must be out of your goddamn mind. You're out of it, right? And so the courts declined that. Okay. And so now he's just trying a lot of other things to get to her money. Sharina has always started up all of these different little teeny businesses that have never succeeded, that have never worked out. They've all plummeted. They've all flopped. They've all failed. So between both Kelvin and his mistress, neither one of them can figure out how to sustain themselves, how to make money and bring in a decent income. And now here's Kelvin's recent scam with trying to eat up all of Wendy's money. Okay. So let me get into this article. So basically he had this Ferrari, and this is coming from both The Sun and Radar Online. And they are not playing with him. They're on to his schemes. So Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter, was ordered to turn over a copy of his divorce settlement with the former talk show host, Wendy Williams, as a part of his ongoing lawsuit against an insurance company. So if you don't know why he's been suing this insurance company, it's because he had a Ferrari. It was a drop top. He told the insurance company that the drop top had gotten water damage because he had left it down and it rained and it damaged the car. Well, they sent somebody out. Okay, 300 people in the chat. Please be sure to hit that like button because it's my birthday. Why not? He told the insurance company that, oh, this vehicle got damaged because I left the top down and it rained one night. Well, how about the insurance company sent somebody out to look at the car, also employed a meteorologist to do the date in the back work to see if it was raining around about the day when he said that the vehicle got the water damage. The meteorologist's findings concluded that it was not raining that day. In other words, they're alleging, right? All things stated in this video are alleged and according to reports. Please think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. All right? Okay. And so essentially, it seems as though it looks as if Kelvin intentionally damaged this car, gave the vehicle water damage in order to get some insurance money because he's struggling. If he can't pay to replace his own hip, what makes you think he can pay for other things? So the insurance company is like, not so fast. Based on our investigation, it don't look like it was raining that day. What you talking about? We're going to need to see your divorce documents. We're going to need to see all of your financial documents from 2020, I believe. And these are documents that Radar Online have attained. And a Florida judge granted the motion to compel. So they are going to move forward by getting these financial documents from this man, because essentially they're smelling a scam around him. He waited a certain amount of time after he put in the insurance claim. He didn't get the insurance check from them. And so long enough passed and he decided, you know what, I'm going to sue y'all because y'all ain't giving me my money. He's desperate. He's broke. Wendy was his only means of income. Wendy was his only means of income. And now he's scrambling. He's stuck. And now he's coming up with all different types of schemes in order to get money. Very interesting. To give you the exact make and model of this vehicle, this was a policy he had on his 2018 Ferrari California T2DR, two-door retractable hardtop. Okay. So he claimed the car no longer worked after being left outside with the top being open in a rainstorm on November 11, 2021. The meteorologist determined that was a lie. Meteorologist said, I don't think so. I don't think so. So he's really trying everything he can find. No telling what he's going to try next, but both he and Wendy are locked out of the accounts. He is not able to access any new funds. And not to mention, him and Sharina, him and the mistress, still have a new baby that they had during the pandemic. So why can't he go get a job? Why can't Sharina go get a job? So this is extremely interesting. Okay. Now, according to the insurance company, they say Kevin's misrepresentation about the event of loss and cause of loss nullify any coverage here. There is no genuine issue of fact that on the incident date of the time that Kevin says the incident occurred, there was no rain at all. This is directly contrary to Kevin's representations that he experienced a downpour. They are not playing with him. And I'm glad. Stop mooching off of your women. This reminds me of Ken Do and Mary J. Blige, or Ken Don't, should I say, and Mary J. Blige. Okay, so he definitely tried it. For the past couple of months, Kevin and the insurance company have been demanding the other to turn over documents. So they've been playing tug of war with documents in order to plead their sides. And the insurance company demanded that Kevin turn over all of his credit card statements from 2020 to now, copies of bank statements, copy of the divorce settlement that he reached with Wendy, and all information about loans that he took out in the past 4 years. They want to determine that he is financially struggling and that this is a scam and a scheme. He's experiencing financial hardship, which would give motive as to why he would get over on this insurance company in such a fraudulent way, a blatant fraudulent way. So, in addition, the insurance company fired off a subpoena to Verizon seeking Kevin's phone records. The insurance company asked for all text messages Kevin received and sent between the time period of November 4th of 2021 to November 25th, 2021. Oh, they looking for some dirt, because what this is going to do is it's not going to leave anything up to circumstantial chance. This is going to see if he was blatantly speaking with someone to help him scheme, plot, and help to destroy the vehicle so that he could get a payout from the insurance company. This is good. This is going to be a good drama, and I can't wait to follow and continue reporting on this. This is good. This is good. Now, if it's anything in them text messages, baby, he is done for. Recently, the insurance company claimed that Kevin had refused to turn over any of the requested documents. At a recent hearing, the judge granted the insurance company's motion to compel and ordered Kevin to produce the records, including the divorce settlement. Interesting. So there was also another lawsuit that Kevin was filing. A reconsideration. Oh, they accused, he argued. Kevin revealed that he faced financial issues. He said that the support stopped coming in due to Wendy's battle with Wells Fargo. Good for that. On top of the insurance lawsuit, Kevin also sued the producers behind the Wendy Williams show for $10 million. He accused them of wrongful termination and claimed that they improperly fired him after Wendy filed for divorce. And this is something that I've covered previously that has already hit the mainstream media. So anybody that he can sue, he is, because he refuses to get a job. And Sharina Hudson, she can't turn around and work and give a return on interest the way that Wendy can. Sharina ain't cut out for TV. She's clearly not set out for business planning either, because how many businesses has she tried to establish and get off the ground, and each and every one of them fail miserably, should I say? Excuse me. So, this man just refuses to work. And, the ancestors be ancestoring, okay? The ancestors be ancestoring. And I also just don't know what Wendy saw in this man. Oh, he is just okay. Never mind. That's not the point. I'm trying to make it to heaven. Okay. So let me keep it. Let me keep it cute. Okay. Beauty is within the eye of the beholder, right? So that's that. What are y'all doing there, Stickies? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What's happening? What is happening with the thought process as it pertains to tickets for Kanye West's listening party in Chicago sold out in 7 minutes? Y'all go right ahead. Tell me how it goes. His energy is dark. His energy is dark. I ain't trying to be around it. What are your thoughts about Wendy Williams, the documentary? What are your thoughts about Kevin and or Kelvin Hunter? There's this ongoing long-standing debate about whether his name is Kevin Hunter, Kelvin Hunter. Any of your thoughts? Make sure y'all keep it sticky and real down below, even if you're watching a replay, which means you're chasing a bus. If you're chasing a bus, comment down below in the hard comments if you didn't make it to the live stream. And let me know your thoughts, okay? Let me know your thoughts. Some people say karma. You know what? Speaking of this, let me get into this Fox Soul situation. Okay? Let me get into this Fox Soul situation. Because I heard Al Reynolds last night say that Wendy Williams' health is declining so bad because this is her karma. What's the difference between what they do over there on TGIF? What a lot of us do here on YouTube, blogging, whether it be a video blog, whether it be a print blog, an Instagram blog, a website blog. What's the difference between what they're doing and what Wendy has done for her entire career? I don't think that gossip equates bad health and declining health. I really don't. I really don't. So I think that Al Reynolds got some nerve. And I think that Fox Soul has some nerve, to be quite frank. Because the show is cheap. TGIF is cheap. I saw Armand Wiggins on there last night, and it's a shame that that was his first night on the show, and his camera quality was better than both Claudia and Al Reynolds. He came in there and had the most crisp quality. And I mean, really, it wasn't a bad show for what, of course, I don't agree with everything they say. No, but it wasn't a bad show for what TGIF is. And so there was so many painful malfunctions to witness. The secondhand embarrassment I get. Funky Dineva said he got $250,000 a year from Fox Soul. It's no reason it looks like they're broadcasting from a toaster or a Nokia from 1999 or 2002. It's no reason for that. It's no reason that Claudia Jordan's internet malfunctioned and glitched as much as it did. It was painful. And so if this has been a show that I fell in love with at the time of the pandemic, before I realized just how problematic some of the politics were surrounding said show. But if y'all got this budget and y'all are backed by a network, why does a regular YouTuber have better quality internet, equipment, imaging, is better prepared than the main talent that's been here for about 4 years now? That's quite pathetic. Get it together. Y'all are backed by Fox. Y'all are. Get it together. For real. Like, I wouldn't want that to be my first day, even though I'm sure Armand thought it was funny as hell, because I would have thought it was funny as hell too, but it was still painful to watch. It was very painful to watch. Okay? I mean, it's giving cricket, internet, wireless. I'm broadcasting from my cell phone every day from the regular permanent hosts. This is crazy. go ahead and spend you $1,000 or $2,000 on a better camera. It's nothing to y'all. They be bragging about where they going and their salary and what Fox Soul's budget is and all this, that, and the third. Please get it together. Please, 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 please. I don't even really care about the show like that no more, because I seen what that show and what that network is truly about when the whole Funky Claudia, the Funky and Chloe Bailey thing happened. I seen where their allegiance lies. So I'm not even really interested in it no more. I just wanted to see how Armand did. But what I witnessed last night and the lack of togetherness, and it wasn't given. It wasn't given. It wasn't given. However, that wasn't even a topic I had written in here to plan on the show. Are y'all enjoying the show? It's my birthday. I'm enjoying the show. Sorry if it's different and y'all not enjoying it, but I am. I'm enjoying y'all's support. I'm enjoying the happy birthdays. Hey, Ken. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Maybe that's their karma. You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it is, child. Who knows? Let's get into the next thing. We need to talk about Keke Palmer. Let's talk about Keke Palmer. Okay. Well, you know what? First, you know what? Let me get, because this won't take long to talk about in any capacity. Let's get into Shannon Sharpe taking a shot at Nicki Minaj really quickly. Okay. Drop some pancakes in the chat. Drop some pancakes in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. So we all know the Grammys happened the other night. Of course, we know. Social media has been oversaturated with, think pieces and commentary and everything else about it, right? So we saw that the Grammys mistakenly tweeted out that Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice won a Grammy, and they didn't. They deleted it, and it was a misstep. So a lot of people feel like, especially the Barbs, feel like Nicki got snubbed. They feel like she got snubbed, and it was intentional. Hell, maybe it's because she was acting up all week last. Who knows, right? Or maybe it was really a mistake, right? So someone tweeted to Shannon Sharpe and said, and we know Shannon has been really just he's had a lot of big moments since 2024 with Cat Williams and Country Wayne, and we got MoNique coming tomorrow, or her thing is going to be published tomorrow with him. So Shannon, he done got some headlines, okay? So one of Nicki's fans tweeted Shannon Sharpe. Nicki said a few days ago on Station Head that she wanted to be on your podcast. I really want to hear you talk to her about everything going on in the media, and specifically after her snub tonight. Shannon Sharpe said, Nicki who? Baby. Not Nicki who? Not Nicki who? Yeah, I do agree. I agree he was feeling himself. I do feel like he was feeling himself a bit. Sometimes some of his behaviors give diva. I think he's feeling himself. I do. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Nicki's recent antics. But you can't tell me you didn't know who the hell she was, Shannon. Come on, I gotta keep it a buck. Nicki, who else? Hello? Is there somebody else? What am I missing? I'm not a part of Shannon's age bracket, right? Is there another Nicki that would be applicable to the way that the era in which he grew up in? He could be a hottie. Am I missing something? I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, because it's very clear where I land, whether I land with, Meg or Nicki's antics. That's very obvious, right? Which is why I lost about almost 60 subscribers, because it was so obvious. So I just decided to stand in the 10 toes down. Okay. But so you know what? There probably was some shade. Okay. There probably was some shade. I really can't imagine them having decent chemistry. I can't imagine them really having decent chemistry. Nicki Minaj in her interviews give very much, you're not even talking to her. You're talking to her alternate personality. And yeah, and what? Get up on your good foot. Why wouldn't I? Because I am the one who like, that's not how Shannon Sharpe shows go. Like, it's just, that's not how it goes. I don't want to talk to your alter ego. I want to talk to you, and I want you to keep it real for fucking once. Like, I don't want to talk to the 6-year-old you that lives in your body that's playing with Barbies in a fucking Barbie house. That's not who I want to talk to. I want to talk to the adult that sits before me today. But are you capable of channeling the adult, or are you stuck with 6-year-old Roman? You know, so I don't think that it would have been a good match. I really don't think that. So I think that probably could have contributed to why he just gave a 2-word piece of shade towards her. Is she gonna come up there and be mature and really spill the real, or are you gonna be talking to 3 different alter egos and personalities? Which is it? She's very silly. She's very juvenile, very childish, and not that adults can't be that way sometimes. I have my moments too, but everybody does. But it's the frequency for her is I'm tired.
I'm tired. I didn't have it up to here. I had it up to here.
I can't deal with. I can't tell you I'd be able to watch that and even give you a legit criticism if she showed up on Shannon Sharpe, for real, because it's difficult to sit through all of them goddamn antics. Okay. I could imagine him saying 1,000,000 times, what you mean by that? What you mean by that, Nick? Nicki, what you mean? Nicki, I'm trying to understand. I don't understand how you young folk talk. I'm just trying to understand what you mean by that. You know, Shannon Sharpe, he got too many teeth in his mouth. I don't know who did his veneers, but he's got a lot of goddamn teeth in his mouth. I said, damn, it's a lot of teeth up in there. But he got the juice out of Cat Williams, which, you know, brings us to our next point. I know we've all seen this, right? We've all seen this, right? So my question is this. I do think that this is going to be a good interview with MoNique. Comedian MoNique, okay? She has fought against all odds, and she has been steadfast and resilient and has not let up on her original standpoint. She's never faltered. Do I think this is going to be a good interview? I absolutely do. However, do you think we're going to get anything new from this interview? That is my question. We already know she's going to slam Oprah. Oh, she's going to slam Oprah. She's going to slam Oprah. She's going to slam Tyler. She's going to slam Lionsgate. She is going to give Taraji her flowers for being courageous enough to speak out amidst this color purple minutia. But do you think we're going to get any new information? Are we going to walk away with something that we haven't already learned with how MoNique continually gets her point across year after year whenever she gets the opportunity to? Because she's already spoke out following the Taraji P. Henson thing and how Oprah slighted her and Danielle Brooks, right? So I want to know from you all, put an 8 in the chat if you think we're going to get anything new from this interview, and put a 9 if you think we are absolutely not getting anything new from this interview. Put an 8 if you think we are going to get something new. And put a 9 if you think we absolutely are not going to get anything new. Will we learn new information? Will we walk away enlightened about something else that she's experienced, that she's witnessed, that... Okay, I see a mixture. I do see a mixture of 8s and 9s here. I see a 9.9, baby. What's that? Some people think 9. Some people think we will get something new. Well, we'll see. It really does seem kind of mixed. I do feel like I see like 60% 9s and 40% 8s, but it is almost just about half and half. Someone said 8, maybe 2 new things. Okay. It would be interesting. I think it would be an L. I think it would be an L for Shannon if we didn't learn anything new. It'd be like, listen, you have set a precedence with this Cat Williams thing here. Don't lose our interest by not being able to effectively pick her brain in such a way where it brings us something new. A lot of the stuff that Cat Williams said or how he felt, because a lot of the stuff that Cat Williams said we already knew, but we never heard it from his perspective because he held it all in. A lot of the information that MoNique gives us is stuff that we already knew and we've already heard from her perspective and how she feels about it. So he really needs to hit a home run with this. He really does. He does. So hopefully for his sake, I think the L will be more so on his end rather than hers, because we can't expect Mo to stop speaking her truth. We can't tell her when to stop speaking her truth. She's going to constantly remind you of who is a piece of what systems are, unfair and discriminatory and so on and so forth. So yeah, hopefully Shannon gets something new. It seems like Shannon's got a good team behind him on some real stuff. On some real stuff. Oh, we got 100. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sean's Image. I appreciate that. $100 cat super sticker. Thank you so much for that super chat. That really means so much to me. Thank you. And you have been a long time supporter. Your support, your viewership, it does not go unnoticed. It really doesn't. Sometimes y'all comments make me cry. Y'all supportive comments make me cry. And y'all just don't know that because I don't want to cry on camera, but sometimes when I'm feeling down and I read y'all comments, it brings me to tears that y'all think so highly of me when sometimes I'm not thinking highly of myself. So, let's not get emotional. Let's not get Carl Thomas over here. We don't want to go Carl Thomas over here. We're going to go to the bush and weep. And then we're going to get to our other topics. Where is Iyanla in this bush? Dang.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
I am feeling so good this evening. Is it my birthday or is this just because I restarted therapy on Monday? Because I fell off because I switched insurances. So I restarted therapy and I've just kind of had like some clarity. And I've been feeling really good. Is it my birthday? Is it the therapy? Is it both? Which one is it, Stickies? Which one is it? I need to know. Which one it is. Okay. Now, we need to talk about Killer Mike. I feel like there's something going on in Killer Mike's life. Oh, Lord. And then we need to talk about T.I.'s son. Lord have mercy. Lord, I get so tired of T.I.'s son. It's not even funny. Lord have mercy. Okay. Oh, I skipped past Keke Palmer. Okay, let's get back to that. I decided to go into Shannon Sharpe first. We need to get into Keke Palmer and this POS of a baby daddy that she has. I feel like this needs to be a lesson to a lot of women. When people show you their true colors in this way, oh, thank you all so much. So much. Thank you, Shy Guy and Megan Lee for the Cash App, and Siobhan and Teresa. This needs to be a lesson. And it's really unfortunate. I don't think that there's anybody under the sound of my voice who hasn't dealt with somebody that once you got with them, you saw the light, like, oh snap, I should have never been messing with you. It happens, and especially when you in your 20s, especially when you are in your 20s. So I want to get into what's going on. So we all know, and everyone, please be sure to support the stream in whatever way you can. I think that this is a story that really needs to be amplified. But listen, in order to really amplify a story like this or any others that I cover, it is so important that consider hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, and Cash App is always an option, okay? But it's not required, but I am grateful for anybody who does support in a monetary way. But I don't need your money in order for you to support the show and for me to be appreciative for your support of the show, okay? So we all know that Keke Palmer has been amid this nasty custody battle with with her baby daddy, Darius Jackson. So we know all of that, right? Oh, thank y'all. We know all of that. Somebody just sent me a topic to talk about Krishan, baby. I don't have enough hours left in my birthday to talk about Krishan. Maybe on another day, but I really wish we had left her back in 2023 until she bumped her head again and get it together. So when it comes to Keke Palmer, she has been in the midst of this disgusting custody battle, abuse allegations, an abusive relationship with the father of her child. And since then, it has really seemed as though when she filed the restraining order and filed for temporary custody, he's been doing everything he can do, along with his brother, who starred on Insecure, who was an actor, getting a job every now and then in Hollywood. They've been doing everything they can do to intentionally inconvenience Keke and to dampen her light and her likability. I find that to be quite pathetic. I find it to be quite pathetic. And so lately, Keke Palmer filed a restraining order. Then she rescinded it. Then he submitted a restraining order. And somehow we get caught up to present day. Keke Palmer has her restraining order and it's been extended for 6 months. Okay. I really think she loved him. I think she loved him too. She just didn't realize that I don't think she realized how much of a liability he was. And like I said, I feel like this is a lesson to some women, and really, it can even be people in general, but especially women. I'm especially talking to Black women. If the man doesn't have anything around in the vicinity that you have, he is a liability to you. If you make 3 or 4 times as much as him or more, a broke man, a man that cannot provide for you, that cannot court you, that cannot really execute chivalry, then a broke man is a sad man. He's an angry man. He's a madman. And if he doesn't have almost around about as much to lose as you, he's going to do everything to tear down and diminish whatever the hell it is that you have going on. And that's exactly what this man has done. He stayed cool while they were dating. He stayed cool because they were dating for a while. She gets pregnant. And as soon as she has the baby and her career is still going up, right? He begins to try to tear her down as a man. And that is what happens when you're messing with somebody who doesn't have anything remotely close to what you have to offer. If she was dealing with someone who was kind of on her same level of status or money or visibility or had as much to lose, he wouldn't have crashed out in that way because he would have ultimately been losing as well. But at the end of the day, he doesn't. So what does he lose by talking trash about her? Because if it was the other way around, it would have been, you should have never slept with a guy like that. Oh, you should have made better decisions. Who is telling men that they should have made better decisions when it comes to their baby mamas when the baby mama makes more money than them? And so he is clearly trying to ruin the likability that Keke Palmer has worked so hard and the popularity. Keke Palmer is our little sweetheart. She is. She's Aquila from Aquila and the Bee. And she's never been caught up in any mess like this. Ever. So I think that it can be damaging. I mean, and this isn't one brush to paint everybody. This isn't a, one size fits all type shoe. But if you're dealing with probabilities and the probability of somebody putting you over as a woman who makes a certain amount of money, dealing with a broke guy is oftentimes going to end in misery. And I know this for a fact, and I know this from experience. Do I have Keke Palmer money? No, I don't. But I've dealt with a man who made a third or less of what I made. And either he was making a third or less of what I made, and then my savings account intimidated him. They're upset by that. They're upset by that. So let's get into what Keke Palmer's baby daddy is doing before I really begin rambling. Okay. Shout out to Real Talk with Nicki. Love you, Jay. I love you too. Thank you all so much. Shout out to my channel members. Y'all be coming through. Despite how I take breaks. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's get into these tweets. Okay. Because he's crashing out on Twitter and he's doing things to intentionally not only bother Keke Palmer, but things that trigger women in general, because he has no problem triggering women. It seems as though it is his hobby to trigger women. This is what he likes to do. It's one of his favorite pastimes. So let's read through this thread of tweets and what he has to say. Okay. When I tell you that they make men go through hoops when it comes to seeing their own kids. Well, this isn't a complete thought, but okay. When I tell you that they make men go through hoops when it comes to seeing their own kids, then they have the audacity to throw the fatherless home statistic at your face. Oh, it should be in your face, but continue with the illiteracy. Let alone make you feel honored to get any type of time with your own child. Are you really trying to see the child? Are you still being a violent, a dangerous? Are you still being an aggressor towards the mother? Because truthfully, it only takes common sense to tell a court system or anyone in the vicinity that if you're going to be violent towards the mother, whether in any sort of violence, then there's a probability that that child is collateral damage and may get hurt as well in any instance. So are you still being a nuisance to the court system? Because for men who show up to every court hearing, let's finish reading the tweets. Because he's looking for sympathy. He's very much sounded like Tyrese to me. Wait, where are the rest of the... I thought he made a whole thread. He didn't make a thread? Not everybody telling him to cry a river. Okay, let's see the rest of these tweets, child. Let's see. See, because at the end of the day, Keke Palmer Keke Palmer baby daddy think he the shit, but he not even a fart. That's really the bottom line. Okay. And for those that expect me to ever speak on anything, that's for my family's private matter. Yes, it's still my family. I share a soul with this person. You can do your own research and make your own personal judgment. Not looking for sympathy either. Trust me. I've seen enough of society to not want anyone else's approval. I actually got to learn to love y'all. And I'm wondering if he's saying learn to love in general or learn to love other people. And I guess that could be kind of synonymous depending on your perspective. But too many Ahabs have given these Jezebels a voice and platform to call the shots. Here we go. Not Jezebels. A lot of weak men. I was once a weak man. You spend your life being miserable as a weak man looking for approval that you'll never get. I feel for the dads that give up when it came to custody. It's mentally, emotionally, and physically draining. You'll lose yourself. My spirit is too strong to give up, but I totally understand. I have pondered it. Thank God I have an amazing circle. So somebody asked me in the chat before this video got started, what do you mean about Keke Palmer's baby daddy playing on his tiny violin? Listen, if you really wanted that child, where are you working? Are you requesting off work to go up to the courts and really fight for your child? Maybe it seems like extra work to you because y'all don't have maternal instinct. Y'all don't. It's a lot of work to show up to court 2 times a month for your child. And if you are showing up and making the dates and doing what needs to be done, whether it be anger management, staying however many feet away, not being a threat or not threatening the mother of your child, there really will be no issue with you getting custody or at least getting visitation. You're not willing to do the work, and it seems draining to you to make an effort to see your child. And it's not like you're putting a career on hold in order to make an effort to do so. So cry me a river, please. When I tell you that they make men go through hoops when it comes to seeing their own kids, then they have the audacity. Okay, I read that one. Okay. So he's crying a fit, and then he says something else. He said, oh, I see a lot of the women's feathers are being ruffled in the quote retweets. Such a beautiful thing, as if the women that were holding him accountable and really giving him insight into the situation that he's brand new to, but these women are true to because they have children. They went through it. They've seen men who actually make an effort and aren't tired out by 1 or 2 court visits. They're giving him the real on the situation, and he doesn't want to hear it. And he would rather chuck it up to, oh, these women are, their feathers are ruffled. And it's such a beautiful thing. I love to see these women's feathers being ruffled. And you know what that tells me? And I'm about to pull it up for you so you can see it, so that you know I have no reason to lie or exaggerate. What that tells me is he's not willing to learn. He's willing to just rebuttal and be an internet troll and be on the contrary of people who are either trying to hold him accountable or be critical of his actions. That's what that is telling me. But I'm going to show you. Because I'd be damned if somebody be like, where's the receipt? You ain't got the receipt. No, I have the receipt, babes. I think he deleted a tweet, but I do have the receipt tucked away. Tyrese, please. I got the receipts, baby. Do you want me to bring the receipts? Because I'll bring the receipts. I will. Let me scroll down here. Child, you got to keep everything when you are a blogger or a commentator. And that can be a little frustrating sometimes. Having to scroll through everything. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm going to show you all. Now, they got way too many ads on this website. They really got to chill. They really got to chill. Okay, here we go. All right. What is this, Tuesday? Because tomorrow's still going to be my birthday, in my opinion, so. All right. Y'all see this right here? The sisterhood's feathers get ruffled every time I speak. It's a beautiful thing. So it's like, no matter how much wisdom or insight or experience, wisdom from experience or knowledge people try to pour it into you, because you're new to this. You're just willing to just be ignorant and be a troll online instead of really absorbing the knowledge to actually have a better relationship with your child. And in the co-parenting, the minutia of the co-parenting dynamic, you're not open to learning anything. All you want to do is ruin Keke's image, her mother's image, and you and your brother, that's what y'all wake up and commit to on a daily basis. That's it. Not it's a beautiful thing to ruffle. You're not ruffling our feathers. I mean, your statements are annoying, but I also just feel like cry harder. You're playing on a tiny violin right now. We don't give a damn. Men don't try half as hard to see their children or to take care of their children the way that women do. And that's why a lot of times we are awarded custody. Because by default, we have a certain gene or a certain chromosome within us that has us endlessly caring for our children. Y'all niggas run one lap and be like, oh, I'm tired. This takes too much. Well, I gotta do all this. Take care. My child. Women just have to keep going, and we don't have the opportunity to ask any questions or to go up to a court and ask whatever. We don't have that opportunity. So save that shit. I don't want to hear it. Continue to play on your tiny violin. It sounds a mess, by the way. Tune your shit up. It's too much. It's too much. Shoot.
But you're not. Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. You go to bed at night, you lay there, and you take responsibility for yourself.
Ciao. Anyway, moving forward. This is a lesson about men. Here's my final thought as I wrap this up, and I pass the question on to you. I have come across men, and I've dealt with one or two, who it can seem funny and cute at first when they are being an intentional nuisance. They are intentionally trying to get on your nerves or pick. They think it's funny. And it might be funny the first couple times because you might take it as a joke, or you might be smitten over him. You might think he's cute. You might have been impressed by one thing or the other. But based on that last tweet that I just showed you, men who go out of their way to be an intentional nuisance to not only you, but women in general, this is a skill. This is a sport for them. They get off on it, and do not think that when they don't get their way, that is not going to intensify and spread, because it will. You might be able to laugh it off the first couple of times because you're not seeing straight. You're blinded by how new the situation is. You just met him, first, second, third date. Whatever the case is, he packaged it in a joke the first few times. But soon as that nigga gets mad, he loses access to you. He loses control over you. That skill is going to turn into something that really might bring out the worst in you and your character. Remember those recordings we heard of Keke and her mother? We never hear Keke talk like that. That man knew how to push her goddamn buttons, because he makes it a point to intentionally be a nuisance to not only the woman that he's dealing with, but women in general. And there are plenty men like that with microphones, unfortunately, in 2024 in this fucked up podcast epidemic. Those are my thoughts on that. Let's move on to, and let me know your thoughts down below. Chasing the bus, on the bus, whatever the case is. Drop your pancakes. Have you taken the time to hit that thumbs up button yet. I hope that you have. I hope that y'all are enjoying seeing me on screen again. I'm getting used to it, y'all. I'm getting used to being on screen again. I was gone for a minute, but I'm back. I figured my birthday was the perfect time to come back. Okay? The perfect time. Okay? So, what's the next thing? Okay, let's touch really briefly. I feel like a lot of us are truly already caught up on the Killer Mike thing, the main aspect of the Killer Mike thing. There is one thing that I think a lot of people are missing pertaining to Killer Mike, and not necessarily the incident at the Grammys, but things that are more important. The health of him, the health of his family. These things are really important. And some of these things are overshadowed. And I think when we see figures that we become fixated on, you might as well learn by whatever the hell they're going through. And how to not do what they've done, or what preventative measures you can go through, you can take in order to avoid some of these situations. So long story short, we all know we need to talk about the Grammys. Thank you. I do appreciate the birthday wishes coming in. Thank you. So, Killer Mike's Grammy arrest, he cites confusion as new details emerge. And really, I do feel like this was a setup. You know, Black people, one thing about us, is we are quick to believe a conspiracy, right? Conspiracy. As soon as a Black man, especially a Black man, gets held accountable, oh, they trying to bring the Black man down. And I'm like, yo, accountability is not an attack. As soon as a Black man becomes, is being held accountable, he was trying to buy NBC. They wouldn't think about that beforehand. We are a sucker for a conspiracy, whether it be the clone conspiracy, Jamie Foxx, hello, the Illuminati, someone's mother dies, someone's on the rise up to fame or already famous and their parent passes away. Oh, that was a sacrificial. So when this Killer Mike thing happened, I'm like, I was already seeing the conflicting reports. So I didn't want to speak on it until I really knew what was going on. Because some sources were saying battery, and then some sources were saying there was a warrant out for his arrest. And I'm like, okay, well, which one is it? Truly. So what it boils down to, and what Killer Mike came out and said was, there was some sort of incident as he and his team were entering into the arena. Now, mind you, he won 3 Grammys that night. Let's go ahead and let that stand by itself and let that simmer for a second. Before we let the bullshit simmer, let's let the greatness simmer, okay? He won 3 Grammys that night. And he had a song called Scientists and Engineers. And I think that is goddamn noble and worthy to be praised. The Black community in our musical and entertainment landscape is heavily based on ass shaking, twerking, fuck him, then you get some money, fuck my baby daddy, all this other stuff. So to have a Black gang stuff, killing, bang, bang, shoot 'em up, Young Thug on trial right now, Lucci doing his time, Blueface, Kodak doing his, Tory Lanez doing, the list of the bullshit goes on and on when it comes to what is perpetuated within our entertainment and what we subconsciously take in as a community. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. So to think that a man got Grammys based on a song, I'm getting chills up my spine just talking about this, because it's such a positive thing to think that he got Grammys based on a song called Scientists and Engineers rather than Bang Bang Shoot 'em Up, Let's Go. It is such an achievement. Now, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people in Atlanta. Listen, my ears be on the ground. I got people all over the place. I know a lot of people in Atlanta and Texas think differently of him, right? But at the very least, to have a song like this be elevated, a song that is motivating our young Black boys and girls to do more than shake their ass and go out here and shoot and kill people and join gangs and end up in the prison pipeline, is very important. So let's just let that simmer for a second, okay? So what he ended up clarifying was there was something. Now, mind you, I would love to see footage to really prove this, right? Because I am not the believe all victims type of person. I'm not. It goes wrong a lot of times. I'm the let's bring some details and some information. And so apparently there was some scuffle, some sort of situation that happened where allegedly a woman's security guard says that she was pushed to the ground, and she immediately called for a citizen's arrest. And that is what we saw. There was no warrant. We also don't have footage of this. A lot of times in situations like this, you know how easy it would be to throw a Black man under the bus when you have an arena like that large, to that capacity, holding not only everybody that is on camera at the Grammys, everybody behind the camera, everybody's makeup artist, everybody's videographer, backstage, the dressing rooms. These are places that are heavily secured and video secured. So where did the false rumors of a warrant, where did that come from? And why was that put out to mainstream media and even reported on syndicated radio stations the next day? Why? Why? This man won 3 Grammys that night. And he still was able to go out and attended all of the after parties. He was immediately released. A citizen's arrest? A citizen's arrest? Something don't smell right with this. In my opinion, do we have all the details? Do we have footage? No. But the man was immediately released. And there was a citizen's. When's the last time y'all ever seen or even heard of a damn citizen's arrest? Okay. So do we have footage? Do we have witnesses? Do we have proof that there was some alleged battery, or that he pushed a woman? He basically said that there was some confusion with his team trying to come into the side door, and the lady felt like, oh, you did this to me. So I don't know, that it does sound confusing, and a lot of people are rushing for, I don't know. I'm not taking up for him. I'm not defending him. I am saying that something seems weird, because if they truly wanted to throw this man under the bus, don't think that every door in an arena is big enough to house the Grammys. They don't have cameras at every door. And if they really wanted to throw him under the bus, they would release the footage. They wouldn't release a false rumor that there was a warrant for his arrest when there was not. Something's not right. I get it. With a name like Killer Mike, yeah, that makes it easy to pin just about anything. Violent, assault-wise, battery-wise, anything. But where's the proof? I don't know. I'm just curious about the proof. I really am. I am. So that's that. But let's get into something that's a little more serious, as it pertains to Mike. And this is actually about a family member of his. So I want to give a slight trigger warning, just a slight trigger warning. Okay, let me make this bigger on the screen so that you all can see. Killer Mike's son receives kidney transplant after a 3-year wait. This is crazy. Okay. So let's get into this information. So rapper Killer Mike, his week has kicked off with major victories. And we know he took some wins home at the Grammys. His recent album was called Michael. Congrats are in order. Okay, so according to TMZ, Killer Mike is scheduled to be by his son's side February 5th as his 21-year-old son receives a kidney transplant. Now, reportedly, his son has been waiting for a kidney match for 3 years. Okay. And during an interview that took place in November of 2023, Killer Mike spoke about his son's health. And he said, quote, "I remember having to fly back from being on the road to be there when he first got his reports doing analysis. And his mom thought it was important, and I thought it was important that I be there because there's certain things that just a dad should do. And when a mom on a day-to-day basis is there and doing her thing, when she gets tough, it's really time for dad to show up," end quote. And that ties directly into what I was saying with the Keke Palmer story, right? After sharing that his son was eventually moved up the kidney transplant wait list, he added, quote, "God is good in that I've been afforded a lifestyle in which I can afford the burden I've been given. And I just want for my child to get that kidney and to just be free as a bird," end quote. So deep words of encouragement for Killer Mike, his son, the family in its entirety. Keep him lifted in prayer. You can feel however it is that you feel about him and the incident and whatever it is that you conspire that he did or did not do, or if he deserved to be walked away from the Grammys in that way. But this is a very serious situation, referring to his son's health and the kidney. So, like I said, it's at the very least, if we're going to be fixated on celebrities, and if celebrities are going to be dominating the headlines as they always will, take note to what the hell is wrong with them. And when they're open about what is up with their health, you know, it can kind of help you understand what's going on with you or your family members, or proactive measures that you can be taking to avoid to be in that same situation. I feel like this deserves to be more of a leading story rather than the arrest. But, you know, as some conspiracy theorists would say, it was all by design to humiliate Killer Mike by being, you know, by winning a Grammy and then having to be taken away in handcuffs and all of that stuff. It was meant to humiliate him. So, of course, that is going to, what's the figure of speech? A lie will do 2 laps around the world before the truth even gets a chance to put its pants on. So, you know, or even the more salacious thing, if you want to be interchangeable. Let's say it wasn't a lie. Let's say he did get into a scuffle. The more salacious thing is going to do more numbers than the truth ever would. So this is definitely a thing. I'm glad he got a kidney because so many don't. Yeah. You know what it reminds me of now that I think about it? John Q. Y'all remember John Q with Denzel Washington? Put a 10 in the chat if y'all remember John Q and how real that was. I forget what, or I think, was it a heart? I think it was a heart that Denzel Washington's son in that movie needed in John Q. And he held that hospital up hostage to make sure his son got that damn replacement. That was a good movie. That's what I was like. That's when I really started respecting Denzel. Between that and Man on Fire. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. John Q. A lot of people don't remember. Okay, I thought it was some younger people here. Okay, so a lot of people do remember John Q. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're enjoying this. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, I loved him doing what he did in that movie. Oh, that was so good. Okay, moving on. We got through those two topics. All right. Okay. So speaking of celebrity sons, we got to get into T.I.'s little. We got to get into T.I.'s son. And baby, when I tell you this big tooth monster you know what? Let me stop. He's young. Let me get myself together, child. Not little garlic knot. Not little garlic knot. T.I.'s son he's so annoying. I can't wait. I really hope the day comes he matures. And if that day ever comes, I can't wait for the day. Like, I can't wait for the day that T.I.'s sons, and really just one son, because his other sons are really good and mature and just, mind their business. But yeah, garlic knot, he is a mess. He really is. I can't believe y'all calling him garlic knot, but he do look like a garlic knot. He do. This not garlic knot? That's not garlic knot? That's garlic knot, right? Come on. I can't. Y'all are going to the hot place with gasoline draws on. I am not going with y'all. Y'all are shady boots. Y'all.
Ooh, stay positive. Okay, I will. No, I had to throw a little shade. I'm shady boots.
I'm not going with y'all. Y'all want me to go with y'all to the hot place? I'm not going. But he do need to get these teeth redone though, for real. Because it's really out of pocket. He looks like a laughing fish. I put it on my community tab. He truly does look like a laughing fish, like on some real stuff. But that's y'all talking that mess about him. Y'all gotta repent when y'all go. Won't be me. It'll be y'all as I continue to search for this post. Won't be me. It'll be y'all. Not me, child. Let me go find this post. Oh, not looking like the laughing fish off a Shark Tale. Oh my, no. What's happening? Lean with it, rock with it. Child. Okay. Let's get up out of there. Let's get back into him and what the hell he got to say. And I can't believe he got like a whole little paragraph going on. Like, what? He's still trying to fight these allegations of not being from the suburbs, because he basically wants to tell everybody that I'm from the hood. I made it out the mud. You did not make it out the mud with your rich parents living with your granny. Who was paying your granny's bills? Was you out there hustling and trapping in order to pay your... No. Who was paying your granny's bills when you preferred to go over there because your granny didn't discipline you the way that your parents was trying to discipline you? So you had a preference to go over there. You did not make it out the mud. And he's still fighting these allegations. When's the last time these allegations even came up? It's like 4 months ago. What standing on business? 3 months, something. Why did he wake up today trying to do this? Why? Let's get into his statements. He's still trying to prove to people. He says, and I'm quoting, somebody said, bro is the first white slave. And he said, y'all niggas is crazy for that. Okay, this is him in an Instagram live. So we quoting this Instagram live that he had going on. Oh, I didn't bring Leo Treats in here. So he's quoting stuff and he says, quote, I'm going to try and talk like him with the little raspy voice. You not from the trenches, man. Listen, some of y'all niggas in the trenches hiding behind the trenches. Y'all niggas is a bitch in the trench. Like, do y'all not know it's niggas that get bullied in the trenches? So how's the niggas getting bullied in the trenches coming to tell me what I'm like? Y'all niggas stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Okay. Like y'all niggas saying y'all in the hood, y'all probably got bitched in y'all hood. Stop playing with me. You know, everybody in the hood ain't gangster. Everybody in the hood ain't cut like that. Nigga, it's bitch niggas in the hood too. I was raised by a nigga that goddamn wasn't really all the way there at the moment. But you know what I'm saying? I went to school with all y'all niggas. I ain't going to no public school. Okay, King. Oh, he continued. Y'all could have seen me in school and said whatever the fuck y'all wanted to say. Ain't nobody got walking around with me at school. Any nigga that want this shit can get this shit. Yeah, me. Y'all niggas from the hood think y'all so hard. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas ain't shit but soft. You think y'all hard because y'all niggas got pit bulls in y'all goddamn yard? End quote. Garlic knot. Just calm down and find some peace. Iyanla, where you at? Iyanla, I don't know whether to get Iyanla, Tyra Banks. We need to get somebody who is toxic, who can cuss him out in the old school way, not the new school. Hey, let's talk. We need to talk about your temper. No, we need somebody to cuss him out in the old school, back in the day way. Because this little nigga here, I'm tired.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Tell me that's not how he sound. Is that not how he sound? That's how he sound?
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
Baby, you're not beating these allegations. You were born with a silver spoon. T.I. and Tiny were paying your granny bills and you acting like you made it out the mud, like you was outside selling dope or T-shirts or anything to survive, and you were not. We seen you on the Family Hustle. He's still trying to beat these allegations, baby. Fighting with himself. Fighting, there must be a good Everlast bag. Because, baby, let me tell you. Ciao. Shout out to April B for the $9.99 new to the channel. Love your insight on topics. Thank you so much, April B. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being a viewer and a supporter. Hopefully you subscribe and hit thumbs up on the video. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you, Quasia. Haven't seen you in so long, but that's because also I kind of haven't been consistent in being here. So it's nice to see you again, Quasia. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ciao. But I can't with what's this young man name? Big Teeth, Garlic Knot. I can't with Garlic Knot. I can't with Garlic. Let me scratch him off my list, baby. Now, I never knew that Ludacris. Now, I'm starting to learn more and more after what Cat Williams said about Ludacris on Club Shay with Shannon Sharpe. And he came out with that really weak rap. And now it's some new information coming out about Luda allowing a white man who infiltrated R&B to talk to him any old type of way. I'm starting to think Luda, he's not hard at all. He's not hard at all. This story shocked me. However, I'm glad the story came out. I'm also wondering why now. But Justin Timberlake is kind of dealing with a media storm, kind of, sort of. I'm gonna loop it all back in. I thought Luda was. I always thought Luda stood on business. He move, get out the way, throw them bowl. I mean, I really thought Luda was about it, routed. Come to find out, he's a wet poodle. Damn. I thought he was one of them pit bulls that King was talking about. You know? Nope. He's a wet poodle. What's up with that? Child, happy birthday to me. I'm going to continue to get into my coverage. I don't know what to think about Ludacris outside of you have an unnatural allegiance to clowns, and it's not like you. Like, what in the world? What in the world? I really thought he was better than this. I'll never forget how Luda took his side baby from his side piece and having a wife. Wait. Luda took his side baby from his side piece and having his wife. Damn. Wow. Okay. That's extremely interesting and disturbing. And disrespectful. But his wife accepted it, so who am I to be bothered by it? Shit. So we are going to get into we're going to get into this Ludacris story, and apparently something happened way back in the day where Ludacris is sharing how he allowed this white guy to shit on him and talk to him any old type of way, but he's coming out and saying it now. I'm just wondering what's up with the timing, but we're going to get into this because I find it to be interesting, for real, in a not so positive way. So be sure to keep it locked. Drop your pancakes down below in the chat. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. I just need to give me some time to catch my breath. I've been talking for an hour and 42 minutes straight. So I'm going to catch my breath. 60 seconds. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Get into this Black-owned business, Stickies. It's got things for inside your home, outside your home, and even on the go. JasmineMadeIt.com is your new destination for Black Girl Magic mugs, tumblers, and even wine glasses. You can even customize the tumblers and wine glasses. There's a lot going on for a low price over at JasmineMadeIt.com. And if you've been serious about wanting to support more Black-owned businesses, here's your chance. Let JasmineMadeIt.com handle all your problems for family and friends. You ever had a friend over and they just wasn't catching the hint or paying the rent?
Y'all asses all get to stepping.
Yeah, tell them to get to stepping with this nostalgic Martin-themed doormat and shop over a dozen different doormat designs over on JasmineMadeIt.com. All right, Stickies, you know what time it is. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and shop Black today. Make life easier for you and your household by taking your family's hot or cold beverages on the go with one of these unique tumblers. It's insulated to keep your beverage at temperature, and it comes with a few different reusable straws and even the specific brush that you need to wash it so you can keep it sanitized and germ-free. They've got all kinds of designs to match your mood or style. So grab something for your wife, the hubby, or even the kids over on JasmineMadeIt.com. That's JasmineMadeIt.com, and I'll see you over there.
All right, so we are back. Ooh, I was going to be back in time. We are back. Shout out to everybody. If you are enjoying the show, let me know. Put an 88 in the chat if you are enjoying the show, or you can just drop some pancakes. Okay. So, I saw this story, right? I saw this story. And oh, shout out to all of you all. Shout out to Ann Heath. Oh, Jamie, that's me, is watching. Thank you so much, Jamie. Shy Guy. Megan Lee. Oh, there's so many people here. Oh, y'all are making me feel way too special. Like, way too special. Like, y'all really gotta chill. Special shout out to Jamie, that's me. She has a really awesome channel. If you haven't already subscribed to Jamie, that's me, you definitely need to do so. Okay. She's got a great channel. Okay, so let's get into Justin Timberlake. What is happening here? Like, what is going on? Ludacris recalls Justin Timberlake telling him to shut the fuck up for loudly celebrating his 2007 Grammy award win. Like, when did he become such a, not a B word, but a softie as a man in rap who personifies somebody who goes hard in the paint all the time and speaks up unapologetically? Like, when did Ludacris become this? I'm trying to understand, because I'm truly lost. Let's get into the details, okay? So Ludacris is opening about Justin Timberlake's reaction to his 2007 Grammy. In a recent sit-down interview, Ludacris, who was 45 years old, recalled the moment that he won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Album, which sparked an interesting reaction from Justin, who was 43. And during the conversation on Drink Champs, the Fast and the Furious actor explained his excitement about winning the prestigious award for his album release Therapy and getting recognized for his work over the years. So Ludacris said his passion after winning the award soared once he went backstage. And back then, Ludacris said that artists were separated by curtains instead of their own rooms. And while backstage, Ludacris loudly expressed, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I made it. I did it. I won. I literally set out this album to get a Grammy and I got it," end quote. And following his celebration, Ludacris said that he heard from the other side of the curtain, "Shut the fuck up, man. Some of us didn't win any goddamn Grammys today," end quote. And so that was supposed to be what Justin Timberlake said to Ludacris at that time. So Ludacris then revealed that after pulling back the curtain to see who yelled at him, he surprisingly learned that the voice was Justin Timberlake. And he said he added, with a smile on his face, "That nigga Justin gangster, bro." I would love to see the context in which he expressed this, because something just doesn't sound right about that. You're busy celebrating your win as a Black man. A white man that didn't win any Grammys that evening told you to shut the fuck up. And you look behind the curtain and see it's him, and you literally say, "That nigga Justin gangster, bro." What's gangster about a non-color, about a white person? You thought it was gangster then why ain't it gangster now? Why you? It's important to note that despite Justin Timberlake's reported comment, he did end up taking home 2 Grammy Awards that night. He lost Best Pop Vocal Album and Album of the Year for Future Sex Love Sounds, but won Best Rap Song or Collaboration for My Love and Best Dance Recording for Sexy Back. Okay. I won't say I can. I'm not even about to try and sugarcoat it. I've lost respect for Justin Timberlake. I've been lost respect for Justin Timberlake. Ludacris, I don't know. Your politics, the way in which you move, the timing in which you speak out, the way in which you do so, it's weird. And I've kind of like lost respect. It's not that I don't respect you. I just had a certain amount of respect, and it's been brought down a couple of levels. This is why I think that we need to go back to old school media training, where there is a huge element of mystique surrounding the artists, so that despite their personal personality flaws, the brand that they have and that they have to portray is not ruined by their personality flaws. This day and age, you know, the artists, they talk too much, they overshare, and it gives us more to pull from, to like not really like how they move in. Artists back in the day, you really had to wonder, do they like such and such? Do they not? Are they feeling this? Are they not feeling this? And not just about their favorite color. Favorite color is simple. Stuff that's a bit bigger than that. A white man told you to shut the fuck up behind an awards ceremony, and you said, oh, he that nigga. It's giving tap dancey. It's giving tap dancey. And I don't like it. I don't like that, Luda. I hate that for you. I really do. I hope you get it together, but it seems that your personality is already solidified. And listen, that's you. It really don't bother me at night, but I'm just saying how I feel. Strange, because back when you was on them tracks with Missy Elliott and everything else, you were a bop. I mean, like 5th grade, middle, and high school, it was a bop. It was given all the things that needed to be gave. But now you're doing all this talking, and I feel like your legacy is kind of you're lessening your legacy. It's tarnishing a bit because you're talking too much. You're giving the public way too much access to you. And you come from an era in time where artists didn't do that, which helped them maintain their marketability because they kept their personal life private, and kept their marketing and their artistry something totally different. So more power to you, but I definitely feel what Cat Williams was saying about you. That's all I can say. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry. Okay. Oh, Tracy gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Tracy, for that. I do appreciate it. Shout out to my birthday. Y'all are really showing out. Sandy, baby, I'm not even about to try to pronounce that last name. Sandy, shout out to you for the 1999 super chat. Happy birthday, lady. Always enjoy your content. You are a class act. Oh, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Summer Cleopatra has been a member for 17 months. Shout out to you. And Mike TV, first of all, big shout out to you, Mike TV. First of all, thank you for the $10 super chat. You telling me to keep up the great work. I hope that you keep up the great work because you do have an amazing channel over there. I respect a lot of your work, and especially the Dr. Umar stuff and the other things that you do over there as well. But you have a good channel too, so you keep up the great work as well. But thank you so much for showing love on my birthday. Thank you so much. All right. Not y'all got me sounding like Kevin Hart. All right. Y'all got me over here sounding like that little person. I was about to say midget, but y'all know that's not a politically correct term anymore, right? Oh, thank you, Summer, for the 1999. Thank you. Y'all are showing out. Don't make me get emotional, because if y'all make me get emotional, I'm going to fight each and every one of y'all. We're going to have to throw bowls. We are going to have to throw bowls if y'all make me get emotional. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get into the next part of the show. We went through a lot of stuff. Before we close out, I am going to take another round around the blogs to see if not Elf on the Shelf. You know what? See, here y'all go. I am going to take Oh, I look like my dad when I laugh like this. I'm going to take another round I'm going to take another go around the blogs before I get off to see if there's any other breaking news so that we can make sure we're getting everything. But now we have to get into what we have to get into. Y'all know I am a channel that focuses on Black information, Black excellence, Black news, and that's just what we do. So we've got 300 people here now. I know that some people are not here for the education. They only want to hear the celebrity stuff. And they're going to click off when I get into the Black history. And you know what? That's okay. It is what it is. Okay. Mike TV said, let's send another 20. Thank you. Y'all is not going to have me sitting up here getting emotional on my birthday. Stop it. Because I'll end up talking about my journey. We're not doing it, y'all. We're not doing it. Yes, we're going to throw them bowls. We're not about to do it. Okay? Because y'all support has been amazing. It really has. Sometimes I do videos that I completely knock out the park, and other times I don't. But still, some of y'all are here to support the smaller videos, and that's okay. The videos with lesser views. I was hoping for Black History. Yes, you know it's coming. Of course, I got Black History for a holiday like February 6th. Are you kidding me? Today's my daughter's birthday, so salute to you, Queen, on one of the best YouTube. Oh, thank you. Shout out to Jamal and his daughter. First of all, shout out to your daughter. Forget you, Jamal. Shout out to your daughter. But Mike TV is crazy. Okay, let's get into our Black History segment. You know, us Aquarians don't like to show emotion, no matter how moved they are emotionally. I don't mind showing my emotion. I just don't like crying on camera. If I was in person, I wouldn't mind crying in front of any of you all. But on camera, I just don't like. I prefer not to. But it's happened a handful of times. But nonetheless, let's get into our Black History moment. Let me get some Black power fists in the chat if you are feeling the fact that the Black History moment is a part of my show. It is not something that I just do for Black History Month. It's so laughable when I see Fox Soul and other channels and other networks deciding to take the 28 or 29 days in February to be like, let's talk about Black history and salute. And then all of the other 11 months out of the year, they don't give a damn. That's not what I do over here. The Black History segment is a part of my daily show. It's a part of my daily show. So I do find it to be hypocritical of others, but that's just me speaking my piece. You know what I'm saying? Might sound like hateration to some. It is what it is. I'm just calling it like I see it. And at this point, I'm not afraid to call out any network or any person or any fan base I'm going to say what needs to be said because I have more luck that way. I'll be damned if I go on my channel and be walking on eggshells. This is my fucking platform. So I'm going to talk about what I want to, when I feel like it's appropriate, when it needs to happen, and how it needs to happen. Okay? Okay. Let's get some pancakes and Black History fists going, and we're going to get into our Black History for the day. All right? All right. Let's go.
Now, let's spend a little bit of time with our ancestors, or at least listening to them, because you know they always tell us you don't know where you're going unless you know where you came from. So let's get into a little bit of Black History with this Black History moment.
You in that crowd. They got me in the system. Why they gotta do me like that?
And I know I can be what I wanna be what I wanna be.
We've got love for y'all, which I don't know.
About the feeling.
Get down. Say it louder.
Sometimes I be wanting it to play the whole way through because I love that 007 music. Baby, when I was growing up, that 007 music was everything. When you turned on that Nintendo 64, oh, it was everything. So I made that mix personally myself. And so, yeah, that 007 music be doing something to me. Plus, I think it adds an element of mystique. I think it just goes with everything that I put in there. So, yeah, that was a bit of comedy in there. But the 007 definitely takes me back. I'm a big nostalgia fiend, especially for the 90s because I'm a 90s baby. So that is that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. If you don't know what these pictures stand for already, February 6th, not only is it a national holiday for you, girl, but it also it marks the day for the jail no bail in Rock Hill, South Carolina sit-ins. So this is something from February 6, 1961. And I think that this is really important to think about. I think that it's really important to study how our ancestors and our grandparents and great-grandparents that came before us, how they combated the racism, the discrimination, the anti-Blackness, because different tactics work for different time periods. And depending on how a system of patriarchy or racism, how that evolves can kind of change how you need to combat that. So I think that really studying what our ancestors did is extremely important, especially after slavery. So I want to get into this. On February 6th in 1961, the Students Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, they sent 4 volunteers to Rock Hill, South Carolina to sit in. And so there were 4 or 5 of them, and they were sentenced to 30 days. And obviously they were sitting in order to protest for the discrimination, the racism, so on and so forth. So they were sentenced to 30 days. And this followed a sit-in week earlier when 10 African-American students in Rock Hill, they later became known as the Friendship 9, they were arrested for requesting service at a segregated lunch counter. Now saying, quote, "No jail, no bail." Both groups, except for one person, refused to post bail and demanded to serve their jail time rather than paying fines, as a statement that, quote, "paying bail or fines indicates acceptance of an immoral system and validates their own arrest," end quotes. And as a practical strategy, when financial resources were limited. So just take that in for a second. They were arrested for standing up for the right thing, for standing up for Black equality, to be seen as an entire person instead of a fraction of a person. And instead of bailing out, they decided to serve their time. Otherwise, you're just paying the system that is going to go through and incriminate the next person and the next person. And some of that was by default because some of them didn't have the money to bail out. And other ones, it was a very strategic method of, no, I'm not paying this system to give them more money and better vehicles and better resources to be able to go out and falsely incarcerate my brethren. I'm going to serve this time. I'm not paying y'all fines and paying this government that is going to treat me this way. I'm absolutely not going to do that. And so the Civil Rights Movement Archive describes the origins and use of the jail no bail tactic. And so in the context in 1960, this was a strategy that was spoken about at the conference in Atlanta, where some activists argue for these sort of tactics, the jail no bail tactics. They take a Gandhian position, and paying bail or fines indicates acceptance. And so again, the practical component to this way of fighting the injustices that are deeply embedded into our justice system. This movement, they honestly had little money, and most Southern Blacks are poor. It's hard to scrape up bail money. And the sit-in struggles, they were kind of faltering, and not from lack of volunteers, but really from the lack of money to bail them out. And moreover, paying fines, they provide the cops with the financial resources that are then used to continue suppressing the freedom struggle. And so by refusing bail, they render meaningless the no money for no bail barrier. And by serving time, they put financial pressure on local authorities who have to pay the costs of incarcerating them. So in other words, taxpayers have to pay. If I don't pay the bail because I just don't want to be uncomfortable to be in here for standing up for what is right and for my people, now your taxpayers and your government or wherever you're getting this money from, y'all have to pay to incarcerate me. This was a very well thought out strategy for them back at that time. Can you think about how many people would be willing to do 30 or more days in the name of furthering equality amongst our society as a marginalized group, as Black people? A lot of us wouldn't be willing to. We post bail and then talk stuff online. But, you know, there are differences within different generations. But I'm just saying, just think, compare. I'm not compelling you to think one way or the other. But I think that this is a very interesting tactic to really think about different ways to come about rising up against what we deal with as Black people. So this was a big thing back in the day. As the freedom movement continues into the future, the jail no bail tactic is tried again by many of the freedom riders. More than 300 of those arrested in Jackson, Mississippi, refused to pay their fines and instead served sentences in Mississippi's notorious Parchman prison. But in later years, this tactic is rarely used as a tactic of choice. Instead, it's mostly used as a tactic of necessity when there's no money available to pay for bail or fines. There are a number of reasons for the jail no bail becoming the strategy as a last resort. So there's a lot more as it pertains to this particular story, right, from February 6, 1961, but also to this particular tactic, why it was effective at a certain time and why it wasn't effective at another time. But I don't know, who's to say? There's so many things that go out of trend and out of style, and then at some point they come back. Polka dots go in and out every, decade? Same with stripes, same with floral patterns. So I think that studying all of the tactics might have us, we might come together with a hybrid tactic. This is what they were doing in the 60s. This is what they were doing in the 70s. This is what they were doing in the 80s. Maybe combining them all together and modernizing them all, it might be something. Listen, at the end of the day, support the stuff that moves you, and you don't have to have all the answers in order to create dialogue and have a conversation about it. All you need to do is spark the brain that is actually going to be responsible for creating the idea that is truly going to spark change. So do I have the solution as to what's going to bring us out of deep poverty and discrimination? And no, I don't. And I don't think any singular person does. But I do think it takes community and constant thought and banging our heads together and brainstorming and studying what's been done, studying where we are, studying the differences in society between now and then to really come up with something that can help us get to where we need to go. We've made a lot of progress, even though it seems like we move backwards a lot. When you get on Instagram and all you see is Black people degrading themselves. Black people saying stupid, regressive things. It can be so disheartening and discouraging. But that doesn't mean that those of us that are still optimistic and still have hope, it doesn't mean that we still shouldn't brainstorm with those who are willing to figure out how we are going to survive, how we're going to protect our children, our nieces, our nephews, our cousins, and our neighbors' children. These conversations are very much still necessary. And one thing that I say jokingly quite frequently is we ain't had a serious conversation since the civil rights movement. And I think that is kind of the truth. There's a little bit of truth in every joke. We haven't had a serious conversation since the civil rights movement. So that's it. I won't beat y'all upside the head with it. I see that some of y'all are leaving. Y'all feel like I'm getting too preachy. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's not going to stop this segment of the show. However, this is something that we still need to be having conversations about. And of course, in a safe space where you don't feel like you're going to be attacked. I know the diaspora can be very rocky to walk into, whether it be on Twitter, in Twitter spaces, online in general. There can be a lot of divisiveness within the African diaspora. So find your safe space with people who are willing to make change or brainstorm about the change that they want to see in the world and contribute in a way. Everybody is not willing or able or has the wherewithal to go out on the front lines in front of everybody with their picket signs. It might cause them too much anxiety. Some people are better at writing the emails, the lengthy emails with the strong language and making the phone calls to their elected officials. So put your aces in their places and still make sure that you prioritize these sorts of conversations because change is very much so necessary. We want to sit and we want to bitch about the Grammys, but what are we really doing to either uplift the Black institutions that we already have or create new ones? Nothing. We're relying on the white man. And we complain about how the white man doesn't give us what we want or what we feel like we deserve, but we also don't show up to the BET Awards and the Soul Train Awards. Now, we ruined the Source Awards, I can't lie. But when it comes to the BET Awards and everything else, it's like, I don't want to hear you complain about the only options you have if you're not willing to put into the options that are truly made and were designed for you. Yes, BET has been diluted, but damn, if all I'm going to do is hear you, and especially from rich people like Jay-Z, it's like you have enough money to start a whole new academy within itself. So I don't want to hear you complaining about these larger white institutions not giving you what you want when you're not being the change that you want to see. You're not given to that. When's the last time Jay-Z showed up to the BET Awards or Beyonce? And don't get me wrong, I love me some Beyonce down. I do. When was the last time she showed up to a Black award show? Does she feel like it's too ghetto? And maybe so. then make your own Black award show. I'm tired of hearing Black people solely rely on white validation and challenging them to change without doing anything to create that sort of system within our own community. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So, that was it. I know I got a little preachy. But I had a couple things on my chest about the Grammys, and that was just that. We can't go out here and create an all Black recording academy. Do we have the funds or the capital or the access or the power or the proximity with people with power in order to do that? No, we don't. But does Jay-Z? Does he? Make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Okay. So that's that. So I think that's what it is. I think I'm just going to wrap up my Black History moment there. I really enjoyed the Black History moment aspect of the show, even though it's not the most popular part of my show. And I noticed that people drop off, but that's okay. Because I'll call it out because, y'all going to learn when y'all on my bus. We're not just about to sit here and laugh and joke. We're going to learn some things when we on our bus. I'm getting back into my groove. But we're going to learn when we're on my bus. We not just always finna cut up and laugh and joke. There are going to be some lessons and some takeaways on my bus. And if you click away when you click away, fine, click away. But this is how I'm going to drive my bus. Get off at whatever bus stop appeases you. Okay? So now we need to get into our sticky note, in which I told you I was reading directly from my journal, which I've never done. But we are going to do that today. So make sure you keep it locked. We're going to be right back. Shout out to everybody who has joined the membership. Shout out to everybody who has joined the Patreon. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. Drop your pancakes down below. Share this video on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, text message, group chat, however you share videos. We'll be right back with a sticky note. And then, baby, this holiday is, it's going amazing. It's my birthday. So, yeah.
thePLAINESTjane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some Black, and she said, loves me some Black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out?
So wait a minute, you ain't joined the channel yet so that you can access special perks over here with thePLAINESTjane?
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Ooh, watch this. Hey, I'm thePLAINESTjane. I'm a cultural commentator and informant, and I provide sticky coverage on trending stories, Black news, Black culture, and everyday topics with a sticky, abstract perspective. So get familiar with the perks. I've carefully curated all of these things, and it's just a little exclusive glaze to amplify the way that you express yourself. So get comfortable, get used to our official emoji over here. That is the pancake stack, because it's always sticky in Hollywood and in real life, and especially when you spend the time over here with thePLAINESTjane. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the exclusive glaze that I've provided for you to amplify the way you express yourself, and I hope you enjoy the digital vibe. Hey, listen, I always want you to keep it sticky, but be sure to think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. But most importantly, I hope that you're feeling all right, and hopefully you've had some time to tackle some of your invisible problems. I know I got a couple of new subscribers, and I just want to say thank y'all. I really do appreciate you. And if you're not quite feeling all right, this channel right here, once you join, it's going to help you kick back and decompress always, but it'll also keep you in the know with what's happening with the best Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. So again, get comfortable. The first drink is on me, all right? Act like you got some sense, and I'll see you around. But don't forget to keep it sticky 24/7 by following me on Instagram, but hit that notification bell so that you always know when I upload and you get your dose of syrup first. Now, with all that stickiness being said, the most important thing I want you to remember about this neck of the woods in the plainest Jane is Black Lives Matter. And if you don't agree,
Buy pumpkin. That would take you out. I don't play that shit.
Now you gotta go for real.
it's just that simple. Hey, look, whether you join or not, I do want you to stay beautiful, black, and blessed. And just know I appreciate your support. I'm your girl, the plainest Jane. And let's see what's happening in these virtual streets. You ready? All right, now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. Cause Charles, your lunch is ready. Y'all lunch ready? Or y'all dinner ready? What time is it? 8 o'clock? Y'all dinner ready? Charles, your lunch is ready. I went surfing on the blogs while that played, and I seen a post about Charles' lunch being ready. So here we are. Y'all sticky note is ready. All right. I hope y'all are ready for the sticky note. I really didn't see any other news that was worth bringing, but I gave y'all a lot of topics. We've been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So it's about to be 2.5 hours. So let's get into today's sticky note, which is something that I'm really feeling deep down inside. Y'all know the sticky notes are motivational quotes, nuggets, whatever you want to call them, that I curate myself. And so let's go ahead and get into this. All right. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. Okay, so today's reflection, because it's my birthday, I'm just thinking, what do I want different? What do I want to do different? How am I going to get there? How serious am I about it? And so here are some of my reflections. So today's sticky note is this: life is an infinite game. So will you be willing to burn yourself out on finite foolishness that'll subtract and distract you from the most important infinite game of your life that is your life? So anything that you are not eliminating, you're tolerating. You're investing your time, your energy, your money. You're investing something into something or someone, and you're holding space for that person or that thing when you could be investing whatever that resource is: time, energy, money, patience. You could be investing that back into yourself. You could be investing that back into your infinite game of life. The only game in life that is truly infinite is your life. Every other game that you are playing in life is based upon somebody winning something. It ends sooner or later, a winner is chosen, you go on about your business. But life, you have to live it out until the very end. And that's the only thing that you can guarantee is absolutely super duper infinite. And so are you willing to donate your time to things and people and different little subcompartments of life that are finite? Then they aren't going to last forever. Eventually the game is going to end and there'll be a winner or a loser. But in the meantime, you're taken away from the game in your life that has the most longevity, which is your life in general, when you could be investing it back into you. So ultimately, ask yourself, how does this thing or this person, how does it serve me? Does it serve me? Are you willing to waste your resources in order to pour into said person or thing?
And I'm not telling you to eliminate everything around you, to just focus on yourself and live this life full of solitude. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you are the main character in your life, in your game, in your infinite game. And so when you think about this, you can kind of relate it back in the most simplistic form. Think about the Sims game. With the Sims game, if you're not feeding that character, if that character is not getting a little self-care, self-love with a pet or a loved one or their child or whatever, that Sim is going to drop dead in the middle of the goddamn ground. They're not going to be able to give or play or even interact with anybody else's finite game, because their infinite game will be gone. And yeah, they'll restart you in the Sims, but there is no restart button in life. So when it comes down to it, how does this person or this thing serve me? And if the answer is this person doesn't serve me, then you already know your answer. It's someone or something. This could even be a habit. I'm not even talking about people. This could be a habit that you might need to eliminate. How does it serve you? You are the most important thing at the end of the day. And don't let anybody tell you that you're not. You are the main character in your life. You are. And if you're not filling that cup, if you're not prioritizing self-care, if you're not prioritizing self-love, if you aren't ensuring that you aren't wasting time playing other people's game and leaving your main character unhappy, unsatisfied, unfulfilled, or complacent, then you're honestly donating more time, more energy, and you're wasting your resources pouring into other people's games that will eventually end one day, rather than focusing on your game, which is infinite. It won't end until the day you die. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Petty beefs with people are finite games in life. Trying to prove that you're better than somebody else, whether it be directly or subconsciously or indirectly or whatever the case is extremely finite. But the long game that you need to be playing with yourself and your life and how you feed yourself and how you ensure that you are fulfilled and satisfied and happy, that is ultimately the game that you need to be playing. Because ultimately, winning in life is based on your happiness. And that is subjective. And your happiness doesn't look like anybody else's happiness. Your happiness looks like nobody else's happiness. Some people's happiness is money. Some people's happiness is peace. Some people's happiness is career stability. Some people's happiness is based on having a good support circle or friends who are there for them. So you can't waste your time competing with other people's happiness, quote unquote, because other people's happiness can be a finite game for you. It might not be a finite game for them, but you might attain everything that that person has within their finite understanding of life. And you still feel unfulfilled when you achieve those things. So you have to find your own happiness. And you have to find boundaries and cut off limits and so on and so forth in order to really be okay. So life is an infinite game. Are you going to waste your time competing with others in their temporary games? No two people are wired the same, not even twins. So it's very important that you prioritize your game. And like I said, this is not a matter of me encouraging you to isolate everybody and everything around you. It's just, does it serve you? And if it doesn't, then you already know the answer to the damn question. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your resources on people and things where's the return on interest? So really think about that. At least that's what I'm thinking about. And I oftentimes have to remind myself to let go of people and things, because sometimes I want to carry everything and everyone with me on my journey to greatness. But one thing I learned a while ago is you cannot carry everybody with you on your journey to greatness. You just can't. It'll weigh you down, and you may never get there if you're trying to carry everything with you. You may never get there. And so it doesn't mean that you're mean or you're bad to them or that you're a bad person for letting them go. But, you know, everybody's not in your life for a lifetime. Some people are in your life for a season and for a reason. And you outgrow people sometimes. You do. And you have to be okay with that. And you have to not feel guilty about that on your own accord. And you have to ensure that the people and things that you are letting go of aren't making you feel guilty about it, and you are remaining in their proximity and still engaging with them because you feel guilty because they're making you feel guilty because you're letting go. Well, if you're not willing to let go, see, one thing my grandmother taught me a while ago was God can't give to a closed hand. Right. And this is religion based, but it could also be, if you're not religious, it could be universal based. Right. Because I really consider myself to be more spiritual than religious. But if you are keeping everything in your hand that has ever come across your goddamn hands, how the hell are you going to make room for new shit? How? You got to let some stuff go sometimes. Everything can't go with you. It might be too heavy. It might not be conducive. And sometimes the universe will just not give you what is necessary for the next step with a certain person or a certain type of energy around. Oh, you deserve this. Oh, but not with them around. So until you're really willing to get in tune with the universe, your intuition, and if you're religious, a little bit of sprinkle of God, whatever. Well, let me not say that, because Lord, I don't want to sound like Dana Chanel. Unless you're willing to get rid of a couple of things, you're never going to be able to get rid of new ones. Imagine if every time you brought purchased a new pair of drawers or a shirt or clothes, you kept everything. Do you have all of the clothes that you've ever had in your whole adult life? No. In order for you to make room for new things, you have got to get rid of the old ones. Otherwise, you begin to look like a hoarder. You do. It is okay to let go of some habits, some people, some things. It's okay. And not only is it okay, it might even be a best practice. It might be. That's today's sticky note. That is today's sticky note. Oh my God, no. Whew. Mm-mm-mm. So, you see how y'all tried to get me emotional on my birthday? Y'all tried it. Y'all really tried it. I'm tired of y'all. I'm sick of each and every one of y'all. Y'all tried it. Y'all really tried it. Y'all really did. I have this really special journal that somebody brought me that I wrote in this morning. Now, I won't tell you what I wrote in this journal, but I did just read what I wrote in the other journal. Oh, y'all tried it. Y'all be trying me. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all got to get up out of here. Anyway. So yeah, I just started therapy again earlier this week because my insurance changed. I'm really sad I couldn't get my the lady that I had before for therapy, but at least I'm back in there. Okay. Therapy is this safe space for you to begin your journey to self-betterment and self-care. So I'm just glad I'm back in there, child. I can't even. Somebody said, what you do? Y'all got me out here spilling my heart and my guts, and I'm out here getting emotional on my goddamn birthday. That's what y'all did. That's what y'all did. Somebody said your hair has really grown. Oh, thank you. I'm really about to cut it. My hair is getting too heavy. Shout out to, who is this? Marilyn for becoming a member. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right, I need to go. I done got too emotional and I need to get back to feeling good for my birthday. Feeling good for my birthday. So, I wish Leo could have been in here, but I think he downstairs with his father. So that's going to be that. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Purple's my favorite color too. So yeah, I can't believe I got emotional at the end over, but you know what? That's what I do. That's how I am. I'm a very emotional person. Somebody said, no, don't cut it. My plan is not to cut it off. My plan is just to cut it back to shoulder length, which is where I was at one point. It's just like too long and heavy right now. It really is. It really is. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, I will. I think I'm actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go get Leo. I'm going to go get Leo. He'll make me happy. I'm going to go get him and bring him in here for a second. And then we'll go. How about that? I think that'll work. I think that'll make me happy. Because me and Leo, we've gotten closer over the last couple months. And he's such a big baby. All right, so I'm gonna go get the cat. I'll come back and then I'll go enjoy the rest of my damn birthday and figure out what the hell I'm eating for dinner. Okay?
It's time to face it, boo. Your product needs more exposure. If you want to see your ad here on my channel, be sure to shoot an email over to yt.theplainestjane@gmail.com and let's chat. But if you're new in my neighborhood here on YouTube, hey, I'm The Plainest Jane and I provide coverage and commentary on trending stories, viral events, and Black culture. I definitely appreciate you stopping through and hitting that subscribe button if you'd like more of my particular brand of syrup.
It was a YouTuber, and shout out to her for this good detective work, honey. She's the one who went and was able to put 2 and 2 together. thePLAINESTjane. That's the person's name, thePLAINESTjane. I couldn't think of what their name was on the podcast, but I wanted to go ahead and shout them out. They're the ones who did the work. All right. So, like I said, shout out to @PLAINESTjane. She's the one who put that together. So Shekinah was not lying. So when Tiny came back on some, oh, she's making it up, sounded like Tiny's voice to me.
Come on, Leo. Oh, that was it. Oh, you doing a lot. You doing a lot. What's up with that? Look at the people. What? Oh, now, okay. Okay, you need to calm down. Can you just have a seat? Can you just come up here and have a seat? Is that okay? Yeah, just have a seat. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. And don't put your button in people's face because I wouldn't want to see it. Child. Okay, now you can't be stepping on my keyboard. Ain't no telling what type of short. You a little greedy thing. All right, that's it, because that's a lot. I ain't even had that many treats, and it's my damn birthday. Jeez, get your butt. All right, well, this was a good show. We got through everything. I actually had more topics than I thought I was going to have. I got to the Black history. I got to the sticky notes. So you see that? I paid him all that money, aka treats, and he begging to get out of here. Y'all hear that? You see why you can't pay niggas in advance? You got to pay them afterwards. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guess what? You're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. I paid you. I paid for a certain amount of time. Nope. You're not going nowhere. Nope. You're not going nowhere. You're not going. It's not happening. No. Nope. No, it's not. Nope. I paid for my time. I paid you. Nope. No. I swear, that was like 7. No. Nope. Well, we are on the up and up. And I got to all of my different segments. I got to my sticky note. I got to the Black history. I got into all the different celebrity stuff. So that was good. We're coming back. I'm looking forward to y'all supporting me moving forward as I continue to get back on the roll with things. And I'm just really happy. Maybe, I don't know if it's my birthday to therapy, both of them combined, but I'm really feeling optimistic, whereas though I wasn't feeling optimistic before. Leo! I wasn't feeling optimistic before. I was feeling kind of down. But now we back up and we finna get there. So y'all hitting thumbs up, y'all sharing the video. No matter where you share the video, you might be in somebody's Discord, you might be on Twitter, you might be on Instagram, Facebook, group chat, text message, whatever the case is. Share the videos when you see them moving forward. Share this video. If anything, this video definitely does kind of prove how human I am. Although I wish I hadn't have got emotional, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Happy birthday to me, and thank you to everybody who has sent either a super chat or a cash app or a super sticker. There were a lot of y'all. Oh my goodness. This person sent two cash apps. I mean, 2 super stickers. And then also sent a cash app. Y'all are really showing out. Y'all really gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Thank y'all so much. I love you all so much. I will see y'all later on. Maybe I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I will catch y'all in the next video. I will have a wonderful evening figuring out what sort of luxurious meal I will get for my birthday. Okay. We are growing older and wiser. I will catch y'all in the next video. Deuces, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Where is my outro, child? Here it goes.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.